I refused to let my homeless brother stay. Kevin showed up at my apartment at 11 p.m. on a Wednesday with 2 garbage bags and a backpack. He looked rough, hadn't shaved in weeks, wearing the same jacket from high school. "Hey man, I got evicted. Can I crash here for a bit?" I looked at him standing in my doorway and said no. Then I shut the door. Here's the thing nobody knows. 3 years ago, Kevin borrowed $8,000 from me to start some online business selling phone cases. He promised he'd pay me back in 6 months. That money was supposed to be my down payment for a car. I was driving my roommate's old Camry everywhere, picking up extra shifts at the warehouse to save up. Kevin took my money, blew it all in 2 months, then ghosted me, blocked my number, wouldn't answer the door when I drove to his place, nothing. Mom called me the next morning. "Kevin said you turned him away. He's your brother. He's sleeping in his car right now." I told her about the $8,000. She went quiet, then said, "That was years ago. You need to let it go." Click. She hung up on me. My phone exploded after that. Aunt Christine texted saying I was heartless. My cousin posted something vague on Facebook about blood being thicker than water. Even my dad, who I barely talked to, sent me a 2-paragraph message about family responsibility and how I was being selfish. Nobody mentioned the $8,000. Nobody cared that Kevin never apologized, never even acknowledged it. I blocked everyone and went to work. 2 weeks went by. Then my coworker Danny mentioned he saw someone sleeping in a blue Nissan in our parking lot. I looked out the window during lunch. It was Kevin's car. He'd been parking outside my job, probably hoping I'd see him and feel guilty. That Saturday, I went to the ATM and pulled out $200. Drove to where Kevin was parked behind the grocery store on 5th Street. I knocked on his window. He rolled it down, looking all hopeful. I handed him the cash through the window. "This is for a motel room for a week. After that, figure it out." He started to say something, but I walked back to my car. Monday morning, my supervisor Beth called me into her office. "Someone named Kevin applied here yesterday. Put you down as a reference. You know him?" I said, "Yeah, he's my brother." She asked if he was reliable. I could have tanked it right there. Could have told her about the $8,000, about him being a flake. Instead, I said, "He's had some rough times, but he shows up when he needs to." Kevin got the job. Started the following week doing inventory in the back. I barely saw him at work. We had different shifts, but every Friday, $100 would appear in my mailbox at home. No note, just 5 20s in an envelope. After 8 weeks, it was $800. Then one Friday, the envelope had $150 and a receipt from a phone case company. Kevin had been working on his business again, just sold his first bulk order to some store in Ohio. The receipt showed $3,000 in profit. Inside was also a note. 12 more payments to go. 3 months later, Kevin moved into his own apartment across town. Never stayed with me, never asked again. The $100 payments kept coming every single week like clockwork. On payment 15, he added an extra $300 and a note that just said, "We're good."